Let me just ask that question again. Did you write, quote, "This, of course, would be a disaster," unquote?
Handwriting.
You didn't get that from the...
No, you're exactly right. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were referring...
That's what I wanted to know.
Yes, no, that's exactly right. And the disaster would be if the statement did not accurately reflect all of what ACOG thought. That there were two parts of what ACOG thought. And I recall generally, not with any great specificity, but recall generally talking to ACOG about that statement and about whether that statement was consistent with the views that we knew had, because they had stated them, that there was both not the only procedure, but also that it was in some circumstances the medically best procedure. And in their final statement, that sentence that it was not the only procedure, of course, remained, because that is what they thought. But we did have some discussions about clarifying the second aspect of what they also thought, which was that it was in some circumstances the medically most appropriate procedure. And so I think that this was all done in order to present both to the President and to Congress the most accurate understanding of what this important organization of doctors believed with respect to this issue.
Mr. Chairman, I just have one or two sentences I'd like to say, and then I'll give you extra time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, I'll tell you, this bothers me a lot, because I know that there were plenty of doctors in ACOG who did not believe that partial birth abortion was an essential procedure, and who believed that it was really a brutal procedure. And it was a constant conflict there. And as you know, many in Congress came to the conclusion it was a brutal procedure, too, that really was unjustified. That bothers me, that you intervened in that particular area in that way. Well, that's all I'll say about it, but I just wanted you to be aware that that bothers me.
Senator Hatch, there was no way in which I would have or could have intervened with ACOG, which is a respected body of physicians, to change its medical views on the question. The only question that we were talking about was whether this statement that they were going to issue accurately reflected the views that they had expressed to the President's staff, to Congress, and to the American public. I do agree with you. This was an enormously hard issue. And President Clinton found it so, and thought that the procedure should not be used except in cases where it was necessary for life or health purposes. And we tried to get him the best information we could about the medical need for this procedure, something that was not always easy, and tried to, in all the statements that he made, to make sure, and any statements, other statements that we were aware of, to make sure that that information was accurately conveyed to the American public.
Among one of the things I did as an attorney was represent doctors, including some obstetrician and gynecologists, and I had a lot of experience with them. I hardly ever met anybody who thought that was a fair or good procedure. But be that as it may, I just want you to know I'm troubled by it, and even though I care a great deal for you and respect you.
Thank you,
Mr.
Senator knows, because we are going to finish this afternoon, I did want to give him extra time on that. On my time, I would